Hello and welcome back to Paul's Beer Reviews. Today I have a honey beer for you. It's a honey beer from Eagle Brewery, formerly Wells, owned by Marston's of course, and it is a bottle of their Waggle Dance. Waggle Dance Honey Bee, coming in at 5% ABV. Yeah, as there is the Eagle Brewery logo. Marston's bought Wells. Was it last year? I think it was last year. And renamed them Eagle Brewery. They've still got the same premises, still got the same brewery in Bedford. And they're still knocking out all the same beers, Bombardier and, Wells Bitter and things like that. But some of the other beers, kind of novelty beers that they've been doing, were this range, kind of the Waggle Dance Honey Beer, the Banana Bread Beer, which I reviewed ages ago. They've also got a Sticky Toffee Pudding beer as well. But this is their Waggle Dance one. So yeah, honey beer, what's it say about this? To this day, Eagle Brewery embraces different perspectives. It means that while others may move cautiously, we soar fearlessly. Buzz buzz, you've discovered sweet honey aroma, seductive citrus, and a healthy dose of bitter hops. This perfect blend will make you waggle dance. The Waggle Dance is what bees do. I don't know if you're aware of this, but it's what bees do when they communicate with other bees, when they're letting each other know where the best flowers are for pollen and things like that. So yeah, so this is a beer with honey in it from Eagle Brewery, 5% ABV. We'll get this into a glass. It's got a bit of life in it, this one. Oh yeah, there is this Waggle Dance honey beer. As you'd expect, kind of a dark gold, amber looking beer. Light brown, it's got a 1 to 2 finger fluffy white head on it. Decent enough levels of carbonation. You see all the bubbles roaring up the glass there. So it looks good. See if I can get the rest of this in there. Yep. Just to top it up. But yes, the Waggle Dance, I say, it's that figure of 8 dance that bees do to tell the other bees where all the best pollen is and all that. So obviously a good link with the beer. So there it is again. Good looking beer. Does look good. It's getting aroma. Very floral. Certainly a subtle honey aroma on it. It was quite malty, but not the strongest smell. I say floral, honey, a little bit of malt. Let's get a taste. Cheers. Oh wow. And as soon as you taste it, you get that honey, a lot of citrus, bit of lemon, bit of lime, quite crisp. Nicely carbonated. The carbonation comes quite early with this one. It's quite a crisp, light, refreshing beer. Certainly getting the honey. It's very light. It's very floral. The aroma really is backed up by the flavour. There's a floral honey sweetness to it. There's a nice citrus, a nice citrus flavour to it. Nicely carbonated. Thin-bodied. There's that honey sweetness. Almost like a little bit of caramel malt. Subtle caramel malt in the middle with it. You get the citrus hit. Then you get the honey when the carbonation hits quite quickly with this one, I said earlier. Straight away. As soon as it hits your tongue, the carbonation builds up. And you get citrus, then you get honey. Like a subtle caramel malt. No bitterness really to speak of, the slightest. And I do mean the slightest tinge of bitterness at the back end. Says the style. There's other bits and bobs on here. It says it's got Challenger, Fuggles and Goldings hops. So traditional English hops there. Ale and crystal malts in it. It says it's a flavoured ale / lager blend. Yeah, it has that golden ale feel about it. Lager drinkers might quite enjoy this. It's a lager with flavour, basically. It has that lightness, it has that crispness, but then there's a little bit of sweetness. There's a little bit of malt to it. It's alright, you know. It's not bad at all. It's really not. Citrus hit, nicely carbonated. It's a subtle honey sweetness. It's there. The honey's definitely there, but it's not overpowering. It's not overly sweet. Slightest little bit of bitterness on the back end, just to finish off the flavour on the back of the palate. But it's nice. That's a really drinkable beer on a hot day. I could sink quite a few of those quite happily. I picked this up in Aldi, and I paid £1.29 a bottle. And that's I say that's a 500ml bottle. You know, it's a big bottle of beer there for £1.29. That is a perfectly decent golden ale. You know, if that's your sort of thing. I think the golden ale as a style is a little bit. It's not the most popular styles, I don't think, at the moment. It's kind of one that's being left by the wayside at the moment with everything else that's going on, pale ales and IPAs and everything else. They seem to be really running it at the moment. Golden ale seems to be a bit of an old style of beer. So I think they need to come out with gimmicky things like this to try and keep it relevant. But this is nice. It's a nice golden ale. It's very crisp. It's very light, very drinkable, like a lager, but with a nice honey and malt sweetness to it. It just gives it a little bit more depth. Yeah, that's perfectly decent. That's very drinkable, very refreshing. That's not bad at all. I'm going to give Eagle's Waggle Dance honey beer. I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10. I quite like that. I'd happily drink another 2 or 3 of them, to be honest. Yeah, so 7 out of 10 for Eagle's Waggle Dance. £1.29 a bottle from Aldi, but I have seen it in Asda's as well. So Asda and Aldi, probably 2 best bets if you want to try and find that one. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And until my next beer review, take care.